Yeah, I mean, what an electric night that was. I think we weren't sure what that energy, what that crowd was going to feel like going into spring break this week, and I thought it was awesome to see everybody really dial in, bring the energy, bring the investment to create what was a really spectacular night. We've worked really hard on starting strong as we go to vault in our first rotation, and we've messaged that a couple of different ways, from the fifth event of the night to just having a party, and I think the team did a phenomenal job tonight of really treating it like a party and creating the moment and only looking at the one thing in front of them and giving that everything they got. And I think we got a lot better in that tonight. And so from a team process standpoint, we're finding our groove. We're peaking at the right time. We're clicking into place, and there's always just one or two tweaks that we need to figure out to get us to the next point. This was one of our best performances of the season, second highest of the season so far, with a lot of career highs, a lot of performance bests. To have Gabby, Gladieux, and Lily Hudson both do a season high all around, like that's a big deal on a senior night. I think a senior night, it's hard to feel the pressure and the weight of the world to try to be perfect, and really proud of the way that Lily as a senior was able to put that aside and just focus on what she needed to do. I think that's the story for everybody on our team. It's putting aside the outcome, it's putting aside the goals. While we want all of those things, we've got to stay focused on what it's going to take to get there, and that's the process. And so more than ever, as we go into our meet on Sunday, we've got all the opportunities in the world in front of us. We just have to stay focused on the process and not listen to any of the outside noise, not give in to the distractions. That's what's made this team great so far, is the resilience, the fight, and the courage to step into what are some hard moments and to conquer them, and we just have to keep going.
Questions? Katie?
You just talked about Lily having her season best in the all-around. This can be for any of y'all. Just what has she meant to this program as a leader, and then just also on the mat as a gymnast?
I mean, she takes her leadership inside and outside of the gym. It's not just something, it's not a performance, it's something she does, it's something she lives by, how she treats everybody. Focusing on just finding and connecting with everybody and making sure that they feel seen, and then finding out where she can help them in the gym, out of the gym, always. And she's just such an amazing leader of this team, and just brings us together and constantly helping us strive to just get that half-tenths better.
I don't think I could have said it better. I mean, she's this team's anchor.
Yeah.
She's an incredible leader, and she's been my rock through these past 3 years. So it's hard to imagine going into my senior year without her, but I have nothing but respect and love for her. She's an amazing person. Like Chloe said, it's even more impressive who she is outside of the gym.
Lily was one of the first people I met when I moved to Tuscaloosa 2.5 years ago, and as we really found what our program, what our culture is all about, we have defined it as fierce joy. And I feel like Lily really embodies what that means, and you see that in the way that she steps up to compete. She's got her fierce eyes, she's got a heart that is so big for this program, a passion to be the absolute best, and she is so competitive. She just gets after it, and she does that in the gym, she does that on the competition floor. Just think she is such an amazing reflection of what our program is all about, which is having that rare balance of a fierceness and intensity and passion in the way that you attack the moment, and also a joy, a heartfelt appreciation for the journey, for the program, for everybody that's come before us. And she's a really special athlete and has certainly had a legacy here at Bama.
Yep, right here.
How does this quick turnaround of meets prepare you guys for the postseason, especially with Sundays being a quad meet?
So this was a very strategic schedule that we kind of designed this year to help us prepare for the postseason. We actually had the option to either have a meet really early on in the season, the first week of January. It would have been like January 2nd, which is hardly any time to prepare coming back from a winter break. Or we could plug it in and do a double meet weekend here. And as our coaching staff really talked about what was going to be in the best interest for this team, we knew there was going to be a new formula going into SEC championships. We know regional championships looks like 2 days, nationals looks like 2 days. And we felt like this team was going to be peaking a little bit later and was going to need slightly longer to prepare to be their best. And so I'm excited that that's kind of how it's gone, and this is a great opportunity for us. It's on podium, it's postseason style, there's 3 other top teams that are all ranked in a really competitive way, and so this is going to be excellent preparation for us to continue to peak.
For Ashley, since you did get that strong start tonight with season highs on vault and bars, do you feel like what happened on beam was kind of a missed opportunity to get that overall season high tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think every missed opportunity is a great learning moment for growth. And, you know, as I look at the fight that Rachel showed, you know, she, in that moment, made a quick decision and circled her arms and adjusted to make sure that she could stay on the beam. And those little decisions add up in a big way. And, you know, Corinne actually attacked what is probably the most difficult part of her routine, and then had a weird fluke. She was a little crooked on one skill, looks like maybe overcompensated a little bit to try to make a good decision to be on the beam. And I think we have to remember that beam is 4 inches wide. I mean, we're talking no margin for error. And so when you're off just a little bit, it is really challenging to stay on, especially in the pressure of the moment. You've got 10,000 people watching you. But we can get better from that, and we can figure out how to make sure we tweak and correct and make decisions that, you know, help us stay vertical, help us stay in that attack mode. So, yes, missed opportunities happen left and right all the time, but it's how we define those, how we learn from them, and really not make them too big of a deal, because it is a tweak away, and when you look at the beam, that margin's like this much. If we can be that much better, that looks like a 198 tonight.
A couple more.
For Gabby and Chloe, with mistakes like that on beam, how does that set you guys into a mode where you're like, okay, we can do this and we can do better, and just kind of keep on going, keep building your momentum?
I think for us, it's what we practice every day in the gym. I think the intensity we have in meets doesn't change, and like Ashley said, Rachel's fight, I mean, that gave this team the momentum to keep going. I don't think if she would have done that, we would have been able to finish out like we did.
Yeah, we constantly in the gym are adapting and all that stuff, and like the growth part of it. And so we know that our energy matters, and like once you land off that beam, like you're continuing the energy for the next person. So I was proud of our team.
So what exactly is your guys' mindset and perspective as you head into the postseason, coming off of this regular season?
I'll jump in and say that, you know, we still have 2 great opportunities in front of us before we get to postseason, and so we're taking it 1 meet at a time. You know, we tell our team all the time, like let the coaching staff worry about that. Like, let us worry about postseason and figuring out those X's and O's and how to game plan and prep and workload and management and numbers, right? Like, leave that to us. Their job is to look at the one moment in front of their face and give that everything they got, and then trust that we are creating a plan and a training regimen to help maximize what every day looks like. So right now, it's going to be super important that after they get to see their parents and celebrate and an amazing senior night, that they get to sleep, that they recover well, that they fuel well as we get on the bus tomorrow, do massages, treatments, get stretched out a little bit, and then get up Sunday morning with an attack mindset where they look at the one moment in front of them and just give that everything they got, and that's all we need to focus on right now.
And this team is fired up, and that's one thing I will say is we're excited about the opportunities in front of us. So just know we're ready for them, and we're going to come attack them one moment at a time, and win each moment too.
Mic drop.
Last one, favorite one sentence. Nope, just kidding. Okay, we're done. Thanks, guys.